Hi, my name is Rebecca Powers with SLCT, and here is what's happening in Sterling and Lancaster. The Animal Control Commission in Lancaster is seeking new members. The commission meets once a month with the Animal Control Officer to evaluate animal control problems. For more information, contact Maribeth Eugene at 978-365-5672. The Nashua Valley Model Railroad Association is announcing its 52nd annual Rail Fair Model Train Show and Open House for Sunday, April 2nd. Attractions include model railroad displays, layouts, exhibits, dealers, and clinics. For more information, visit www.nvrra.com. The Master Singers of Worcester will be holding a concert, Around the World in 40 Years, on April 1st at 7 p.m. This concert will take place at Mechanics Hall in Worcester. For more information or tickets, visit www.mswma.org.
I'm Lex Thomas, editor of Sterling Meeting House News. We're coming up to Easter time, which means the Palm Sunday Promenade for People. Now, I'm here today with Phil Holman, who has headed up the committee to make this happen in Sterling this year, and I'm especially happy to be here because a year ago, Phil, we announced that it was likely going to be the last promenade for people, unless somebody stepped up and took it over, and you apparently have done so. And now I find out that not for the first time, but you're coming back to this. So welcome, and thank you for speaking with me. And I love this. You brought this in. And this says, in recognition of Phil Holman for 10 years of enthusiastic leadership, 1992 to 2001. So this was for the Palm Sunday Promenade for People. So you are really coming back into something you've done before. Mm-hmm. What made you want to do it again?
Well, it's actually a really fun event for the town of Sterling. And, the Joneses, Paul and Susan and Pat Fox, they ran it since 2001 to 2016, and I'm very appreciative of all the work that they've done to keep it going. It's been very successful, and they deserve to take some time off. Maybe they'll come back too. But
sure.
I'm thankful that they kept it going.
Absolutely.
And it's a great fundraiser, and it's a great event for Sterling, and I didn't want it to fall away, so I said, well, I'll get it going again. So.
Now, let's talk about that. Tell me about the event, and it is a fundraiser. Who are you raising funds for? How does this work?
Yeah, well, it's in support of First Church's outreach programs, which are multifaceted. We have a number of different programs that we sponsor, specifically Interfaith Hospitality Network, and also Neighbor to Neighbor, and Pat Fox is actually on that committee for Neighbor to Neighbor. But it helps all the outreach programs that we support out of First Church.
Now, what is the date of the promenade this year?
It's April 9th, Sunday, April 9th.
Sunday, April 9th, and that is rain, shine, snow, no matter what,
right.
No matter what the weather brings.
Dress appropriately.
Dress appropriately.
We've had freezing rain, we've had beautiful days.
Sure.
Whatever it is, we walk.
Yeah, at that time of the year, it's really hard. At any time of the year in New England, it's hard to bet on the weather, but definitely at that time of the year. Now, tell me, what is the route? How long a promenade is it? And tell me about that.
It's about a 5K route. It's not exact, but you basically go out you leave from First Church and you go up the hill, 62, and then you take a left on, that goes behind the sand pit, is that green?
I believe that's Muddy Pond.
Muddy Pond,
yes.
Yeah. And then you go down at that intersection, you go across the intersection, and then you go up Route 12, and you're going to go actually onto the rail trail. And then the rail trail brings you all the way back to where the cider mill is, and then you come back to First Church from there.
Very good. Now, what time does it start?
Registration is at 1:30, and the walk will start promptly at 2 o'clock.
Okay. And now, what happens after the walk? I understand that there's a little bit of an appreciation event set up for that as well.
Yeah. In the past, of course, that's always been sponsored by St. Richard's, and it was put on by the Sister Villages people, but they're no longer affiliated with this walk as of this year. And so we're going to have a meal at First Church Parish Hall.
Wonderful.
And I think we're going to do pizza and salad this year. We may have something more elaborate. It's pretty difficult to follow their act because they had all homemade food, but Well, it'll be good, and we're actually going to have some live entertainment during the lunch.
Wonderful. Now, also for people that can't walk, there is the opportunity to sponsor this event as well. And so I'd like to talk about both how you sign up for it, how you sponsor it. Let's talk about that.
Well, new this year, we're trying to add a little technology because it's all been, you get these sign up sheets and you fill out names and you collect the money. But we now have a website called pswalk.org, and you can go on there and you can sign up to be a walker. And what you do is you set a goal, and then you give the URL out to all of your friends and family, and all they do is log into the website. They can sponsor you, and it can all be done with a credit card or PayPal or whatever's easiest. So that's the way that we're recommending everybody to do it. So you can either be a walker, you can be a sponsor, or you can also just donate to the event on that website.
Very good.
So we'll have the ability to do it manually. Also, First Church front office will have forms that you can use, or we can email you a form if you email that site and tell us that you'd like to have a form. But it's really quite easy to do paperless. And the advantage of that is the reason we're only going to have a half an hour of time to check in. And previously there was an hour. It was from 1 to 2. Because there was paperwork you had to fill out to let us know that you were walking, so that we could follow up to get the money afterwards. We're expecting the majority of the people will have already logged into the website as walkers. They'll already have their sponsor money, and then there won't be a big check-in procedure.
Sure, so that cuts back on that period of time, which also means that people aren't standing around just, waiting for the walk to start.
Right.
You can just get right at it. How many people are you expecting? What have the numbers for the walk
I
been
think
like?
probably the record numbers maybe were a little over 150 people in previous walks. We're not sure. I mean, everybody thought the walk was done, so we're trying to get everybody excited again.
Sure.
And of course, it's not really cooperation with all the churches like it has been, although it is a truly ecumenical site. You don't have to be part of any church to be part of the
Sure.
walk. So our goal is to get 100 people out. If we can do better than that, we certainly will try. But we're expecting to get at least 100 walkers.
Well, I hope that you can do that. It sounds like a terrific event. I mean, look, you've got it all. You've got an opportunity to get some exercise. You are supporting a great cause, and you even get pizza at the end. It doesn't get any better than that, folks. So really go onto the website, sign up, or sponsor. This sounds wonderful, and I am so excited to be able to be back here this year. Last year it was Pat Fox sitting in this chair saying, I think this might be the last one unless somebody steps up.
Right.
So I'm so glad you've done
Thank
that.
you very much.
Thank you for taking the time, Phil.
My pleasure.
And please sign up for this.
The Sterling Neighbor to Neighbor Fund was established to help Sterling residents during difficult economic times. If you are interested in helping the cause or donating, contact Pat Fox at 774-275-1174. The Sterling Recreation Department will be holding a road race on April 1st. Registration begins at 8 a.m. at the Griffin Road Athletic Complex. Pre-register at sterlingrecruns.racewire.com. For more information, contact the Rec Department at 978-422-3041. There will be a trail walk through Lancaster's Blood Forest on April 8th at 10 a.m. This hour-long walk will be a guided tour and will be a great time for people curious about the forest to ask questions. To register, visit www.tinyurl.com/townforestwalk.
Well, here in Sterling, spring has sprung, and that means there are wonderful things happening at Sterling Rec. I am here with Connor Casey. He is the program director at Sterling Rec. Thank you so much for talking with me this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Connor, I know that there's a couple of very exciting things coming up in the next couple of weeks. Why don't you tell me what they are?
All right, so first and foremost, we have our road race. The first time we're doing this, it's going to be on Saturday, April 1st at 9 o'clock, and it's going to be at the Griffin Road Athletic Complex. We have a 5K and a 10K option. We are encouraging runners to come out and embrace the spring with us. We really wanted to have an event that can get people out of their houses after all of the snow that's still covering the grounds out here. We wanted everybody to be able to come out and, shake the rust off their legs and just get out and have a good time and have a good community event.
Now, does this happen rain, snow, shine, freezing rain, whatever?
It is weather dependent,
Okay.
but we are hoping that regardless of the weather, we will be able to have it. So there are, obviously, if there's another snowstorm, we will have to change the date and stuff like that. But hopefully, we'll be able to go through light rain or anything like that. It'll
Sure.
be extenuating circumstances for us to have to cancel it.
Now, how do people get involved in the road race?
So you can go to, we have a website. It's called sterlingrecruns.racewire.com. That's where you can go for all of the details. It has maps of the routes for the races. It has maps of parking, and that's where you go to register.
Excellent. All right. How many people are you expecting to come out to this? Do you have any idea? Well, as it's the first, you
It
really
is the
don't-
first, so we're tempering our expectations because we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but we are hoping for around 100 people to start. We have registrations are flowing in right now. We still have about
Wonderful.
a week and a half before the race actually happens, so there is some time, and we do allow for walk-up day of registrations as well. So we're hoping somewhere around 75 to 100 for our first year. We think that would be a great start, and then we can only build on there.
Absolutely.
Of course.
And then you've got the annual Easter egg hunt coming up as well.
We
Tell
do.
me about that.
So that will be on Saturday, April 8th. It's normally always the week before Easter. And it'll start at 12 o'clock at Memorial Park behind the fire station. It's a great opportunity for us to interact with the kids. Easter is, obviously a great holiday. So we like to have everybody come out and bring the community together for a great event. We have ages between kindergarten and third grade, and we'll have them split up into different age groups, and we'll come out. We do it rain or shine. I believe we've done it in the snowstorm in the past too. So
I think you have.
you can
yeah.
find eggs in the snow. They're brightly colored, so it's a lot
Yeah.
easier to find them in that case. So we just encourage everybody to come out. It's a great,
Sure.
like I said, it's a great event for everybody.
And you bring a
Families.
basket,
Bring
right?
bring a basket.
Yeah.
And we'll be ready to go. There might even be a visit from the Easter egg or from the Easter bunny.
Oh, my
So
goodness.
that's always something to look
Oh,
forward to as
well,
well.
I might show up for that.
There you go.
Yeah. A photo op.
Of
photo
course,
op.
of
there
course.
You go.
Put that in the scrapbook for the kids there.
Absolutely. Now, so that is on, once again, the date is
Saturday, April 8th.
at what time?
12 o'clock sharp.
Sharp.
The hunting starts at 12 o'clock, and you'd be
Right.
surprised how many people come out, and the eggs go quickly, so
I
make sure you
believe it.
show up on time.
And of course, now with us getting into spring and summer, that means there are a lot of programs that are going on at Rec as well, because now you're really, well, you're always in a busy season.
Always.
But now you're getting especially busy. Tell me something about the spring and summer programs. How can people get involved? Is there anything in particular that is coming up that's new? What's
Right.
going on?
So first and foremost, our summer brochure with all of our programs will be coming out the first week of April, and registrations for the programs are open on April 10th.
Great.
So that's the first way to get involved. You can go to sterlingrec.com. That's our website that has all of our programs listed on it, and that's where you can register for all of our programs. Just to go over a few of our programs, we have the Summer Lake program, one of the mainstays in Sterling. It's been here for longer than I've been alive. So we've added the full day component to it now. So we had the original half day. Now we've added some full day options for going on some field trips and stuff like that. So in case anybody needs, wants a full day experience as opposed to just the morning, we have that for them now. We have tons of sports camps, Sterling Sports Adventure with Mrs. Lauder. We have Game On, a bunch of tennis programs, and we also have brought in, tried to bring in some technological programs as well.
Right.
So we have a few programs about circuits and stuff like that, and learning about computers. We also have a Minecraft Mastercrafters class that deals with Minecraft and also doing some science experiments as well.
Wonderful. And of course, you've got programs available here for all ages.
Correct.
All through the week. It's really a wonderful thing. And as well, you can also see the programs listed in Sterling Meeting House News every issue. Connor is always very prompt about getting those listings to me, so we get them right in the newspaper as well. Connor, it sounds like you've got a busy season ahead. Thank you so much for talking to me, and have a wonderful, wonderful time at the road race and the Easter egg.
Thank you very much. We hope to see everyone there.
I'm here at Sterling's Town Hall with Town Clerk Dawn McConowitz. Welcome, Dawn.
Thank you.
Well, this has become a regular thing because at this time of the year, of course, there is so much going on. We are heading up to the annual town meeting, the annual town election, and as always, there are deadlines involved. So you are the holder of those deadlines. Tell me what the upcoming deadlines are.
I am, Lex. Thank you very much for coming in. What we want the voters to know about is that there is a deadline to register to vote for both the town meeting as well as the town election. Same deadline. It is April the 11th, which is a Tuesday. That night, this office will be open until 8 o'clock at night for people to come in, complete the voter registration form, or if they've moved somewhere within town, they can call us and come in and fill out the form, or if they want to change their political party. Also, students who might be in town may be wanting to register now for this election and this town meeting.
Sure.
April the 11th.
So
That's
this is
the
a
deadline.
very important thing. Now, I know that this is, preaching to the choir here, but why is it important to register to vote?
Well, my feeling as a town clerk is that people need to get involved at the local level. When you get involved at the local level, you start to make changes and you start to make an effect. It then transfers back up to at the state level, and then, of course, obviously, if you want to make a big difference, it goes up to the federal. But, many of us get frustrated with things, with the way politics are. We get tired of hearing things on TV. I always say, get involved here, locally, make a change, make a difference.
It's the way to make the difference. Now, are there going to be absentee ballots?
There will always be absentee ballots.
Right.
Those will be made available 20 days prior to the election, which is May the 8th, a Monday. It's a town election. It's always on a Monday, and it's going to be at the Houghton School.
Right.
The
All
week
right.
prior, though, is the town meeting.
So May 1st is the annual town meeting, and May 8th is the annual town election. Both very, very important dates for the town. And just while we're on the subject of deadlines, I know there's a puppy dog deadline coming up too. Tell
Yes.
us about that.
Yes, there is. Don't forget, this year, April 15th is usually the deadline to register all your dogs. And that is a big, big law statewide. If you do not register by the deadline, it's a $25 fine per dog. Per dog. Pretty steep. But
And that's on
because-
top of the cost of licensing.
Absolutely.
Right.
But because of the holiday, the Patriots' Day holiday, you get a little bit of a grace period this year. So it'll be Tuesday, I think it's the 18th. Come in. We'll be open that day till 5 o'clock. But get your dog registered.
Very important. And you have to bring your proof of rabies shots. Is
Absolutely.
that correct? Yes.
Absolutely. We
Yeah.
need a hard copy on file. Again, another state law,
Sure.
so that before we can license the dog and issue the tag, we need to have that on file.
Sure. And of course, if you've unfortunately lost your dog over this
Yeah.
year, good to let the office know that as well. I went through that a number of years ago, and it's always just better to let folks know that you haven't simply not registered your dog, but that you no longer have a dog. I'll tell you, you've got enough to keep you busy.
We certainly do.
Thank you so much, Dawn.
Nice to see you, Lex.
We'll talk to you again soon.
Okay.
The Wachusett Music Series will be presenting Ellis Paul on April 29th at the Harvard UU Church. For more information or tickets, go to www.wachusettmusic.net. The Sterling Garden Club will be meeting on April 20th at the First Church in Sterling. The meeting will begin at 9:15 a.m. and will have a guest speaker discussing cold frames. There will be a Well Adult Clinic Tuesday, April 4th from 8 to 10 a.m. at the Lancaster Community Center. A special medication review program will be offered by the MCPHS. For more information, contact the Neshoba Associated Boards of Health at 978-772-3335. I'm Rebecca Powers, and that's what's happening.